हम्म, बहुत कुछ घट रहा है इन द वर्ल्ड ऑफ क्रिकेट. We play for the same country, so the pay should be equal. ये कहना था एक स्टार फीमेल क्रिकेटर का, इंडियन स्टार है जो. और फिर क्या हुआ है T20 वर्ल्ड कप में वो भी हम सबको पता है. सो इंडिया इज़ आउट ऑफ द विमेंस. WPL स्टार्ट होने के बाद भी WPL स्टार्ट होने के बाद भी इतना डिसअपॉइंटिंग परफॉर्मेंस. हेलो शैरन, will ईशान किशन बी बैक इन इंटरनेशनल क्रिकेट? ईशान किशन आई थिंक उनका कुछ ODI डेब्यू या फिर टेस्ट मैच या T20 डेब्यू, आई थिंक किसी ना किसी उनके डेब्यू डेट में कुछ गड़बड़ थी. शैरन, what you can do, like can you Google out the ODI debut date for Ishan Kishan and also tell me ईशान किशन's DOB. एक तो ईशान किशन का DOB बताइए मुझे और उनका ODI डेब्यू डेट आप गूगल करके बताइए. ओके, लेट मी आंसर दिस लाइव, क्योंकि उनके किसी डेट में कोई गड़बड़ थी. और मैंने आई थिंक एक वीडियो बनाया भी था कि उनका, जैसे सूर्य कुमार यादव का मैंने एक वीडियो बनाया था कि उनका जो ODI डेब्यू डेट है वो आई थिंक वो बहुत ही नेगेटिव है उनके लिए. तो इसलिए मैंने कहा था कि उनका ODI का करियर अच्छा नहीं रहने वाला है और वो हमें दिख भी रहा है. वो एक T20 प्लेयर बन के बॉक्स किए जा चुके हैं. तो दिस इज़ हाउ डेट्स मैटर. दिस इज़ हाउ यू नो numerology and the numbers matter. So July 18, 2021 is the ODI debut date for Ishan Kishan. And what is his DOB? What is his date of birth? ईशान किशन का डेट ऑफ बर्थ क्या है? Because I remember very well there was something wrong with his debut date. Just tell me Ishan Kishan's DOB. Okay, 18 July 1998. So he made the debut on his birthday itself when he was 23. Okay, just a minute. I have to dive further into it. Let me check. कि उन्होंने टेस्ट डेब्यू किया था अपना 12 जुलाई 2023 को. ओके, देयर इट इज. सी, तो Sharon, I have the answer to your question. There's nothing wrong with his ODI debut. There's nothing wrong with his test debut either. But his T20 international debut. Listen very carefully, guys. The T20 international debut of Ishan Kishan happened on 14th March 2021. So what is the driver number of 14th March? It is 5. And the birth number of Ishan Kishan is 9. Alright, 5 and 9 is a terrible combination. So Ishan Kishan won't be having a flourishing career in T20 internationals. Period. Ishan Kishan won't be having a flourishing career in T20 internationals. So Sharon, I always prefer to answer questions accurately. All right. So I think you have got the answer. There's nothing wrong with his ODI career and Test career. All right, be rest assured. But in T20 eyes, in T20 eyes internationals, all right, in T20 internationals, Ishan Kishan won't be having a flourishing career. Ramesh, wait. You need to wait because I need to do calculations, and so much has been happening. Women's T20 World Cup and then Pakistan versus England. So I need to check, and if possible, I will try to upload. I'm not sure. There's a lot going on these days, also in my personal and professional life too. So I cannot assure, but all I can say is I will surely try. Will India win WTC or Champions Trophy? Will it be played in Dubai? Well, uh, there's nothing that astrology can't predict. We can predict, whether the Champions Trophy will be played in Pakistan or will it be played in hybrid model or will it be played in a neutral venue. But it's a very lengthy, very tedious process, a very tedious task. So that's why we prefer to not touch those topics because uh, it's not that much beneficial because it will take hours and even days of analysis, but um, it won't garner that number of audiences. So and will India win? Well, I did one podcast with the Sarvesh Kumawat, I think, Bhaskar Astro, his channel's name is. So he guaranteed that India will win either the WTC or the Champions Trophy. Now, the negative part of the negative aspect of Champions Trophy is that the final is being played on a Sunday. So if you people can, because see, if the Champions Trophy gets played in a neutral venue, maybe they will play around with the schedule as well, right? They might try to alter the schedule as well. So if any one of you can pass on this message to BCCI or the ICC, that please make sure that the final of the Champions Trophy is played on a Saturday. Alright? Just try to pass on this message to the BCCI or the ICC. You can go to their YouTube channels and just bombard this message that please make sure that the final is being played on a Saturday and not on a Sunday. In that case, if that happens, then India will have huge chances of winning the Champions Trophy. Because as per the current schedule, it's being played on a Sunday, and if it's being played on a Sunday, India's chances will be jeopardized. Like India's chances will be affected. I am not saying that India has no chance of winning a final on a Sunday. Ramesh, I told you I have to do the analysis, so please hold on. I will try. So yeah, I think when you're playing three finals in a row, you shouldn't be losing all three. So we can expect, like I'm talking from cricketing point of view, cricketing knowledge. I'm just leveraging my cricketing knowledge over here. Hello Rahul, it was a great session with you, and people truly liked that session. So whenever you are free, just let me know. We can do another YouTube live. Krishan, if Jasprit Bumrah will be the captain, well, I have already uploaded two different series of videos. In one, I considered the captain to be Rohit Sharma, and the other one I considered the captain to be Shubman Gill. Now, in the third one, you are saying if Jasprit Bumrah will be the captain. Yes, Rahul, I will be available. You can let me know. And thank you for joining this live, and thank you for that live session that has truly benefited my audiences. and I'm sure that must have benefited you as well. But what's important is, as we discussed, Rahul, that we want the audiences, the youngsters, you know, uh, to gain from our videos. So we have been somewhat successful with that. So looking forward to more live sessions with you, Rahul. And yeah, with considering Jasprit Bumrah to be the captain, I will try in Rohit's absence. Yeah, Rohit is all set. And see, this is something which is actually hilarious, because whenever there is a series in Sena countries, especially if it's a test series, Rohit Sharma always finds out ways to, you know, get dropped from the team. I'm sure that people won't like this comment of mine, but it has always happened. I mean, come on, that cannot be just a coincidence. It has always happened. Any test series in Sena countries, and Rohit Sharma finds out ways, you know, to get dropped from at least 1 or 2 matches. I, you know, if you are blindly following or supporting, or, you know, as Gautam Gambhir puts it, if you are doing hero worshipping, then you won't agree with me, but that is what we have observed. So if Rohit will be absent, if Rohit will be absent and Jasprit will be the captain, well, I have to check. All right, it's easy for me to just, you know, pass out a rant and say that, this team will win, that team will win, this team will lose. But I don't do that. I never do that. This is a process. It takes time. All right, and I devote that time before saying anything. Mm, see, WTC final. You never know about this Indian team. Like if India reaches, chances are huge that India will reach. So if India reaches, well, what I'm trying to say is that you never know about this Indian team, and the final being played on, uh, being played in Lords. You never know who the captain will be, and 8 months are left to that. So we will be having Champions Trophy, and if God forbid, if India doesn't perform well, then all these fans who are cheering for India after that T20 World Cup win will start demanding, you know, the sacking of Rohit Sharma as the captain. So you never know who the captain will be. So I will predict earlier, Nasir. I will predict earlier. All right. Did I miss anyone's message? बाबर आजम कम बैक करेंगे क्या? ओके, देखिए सबसे पहले तो मैं क्या कहूँ, एक तो ये इतनी हिलेरियस टीम है, ये जो पाकिस्तान की टीम है, इनका एक तो आपको बर्थ डिटेल्स मिलेंगे नहीं, तो मैं कैसे प्रेडिक्ट करूँ? अवेलेबल नहीं है तो मैं किस तरह प्रेडिक्ट करूँ? हालांकि नेक्स्ट ईयर के लिए बेटर ही होना चाहिए, और जहाँ तक कम बैक करेंगे, द आंसर आई वुड से इज यस, बाबर आजम कम बैक करेंगे. Whether the match will be result oriented, like whether not good, Anurag, why are you saying so? Because the match will be result oriented, at least the first one. And see again, India is out, but no one is talking about the women's T20 cricket, women's T20 World Cup. But see, I mean, they used to say that we are playing for the same country, we are playing the same sport, so we demand equal pay. And after you get your demands fulfilled, this is what you do. See, the men's team, the Indian men's cricket team, absolutely fabulous. The way they play, the way their attitude is, the way they do brainstorming, the way they get impacted whenever they get defeated. You know, we all remember Rohit Sharma cried when he lost the 2022 T20 Cricket World Cup, and he also cried when he lost the 2023 ODI Cricket World Cup. And that was the attitude which led him to win the 2024 T20 Cricket World Cup. Because somewhere someone is watching you, somewhere someone is get what you deserve. Alright, the Almighty does notice all this. Weather forecast showing rain. What is the venue, Anurag? Because there's so much going on in my professional life. I hardly find time, and whenever I find time, I try to create these videos and upload for you people. So Anurag, what's the venue? Can you let me know? Bengaluru. Okay. Because if it's a washout, I think it will be really difficult for India. I mean, it will get extremely difficult for India because India has to win at least three. Because if it's a washout, India will have to win the remaining two and at least one in the Australia tour. And you cannot write off New Zealand. You just can't write off New Zealand. Right. So let's hope, you know, that the rain gods stay away and India wins it. Okay. Right. Tomorrow is a Wednesday, right? Today is a Tuesday. Because it's a big reason to worry, Anurag. Because if it's a washout, oh God, it might even be game over for India. Well, let's hope for the best. Let's hope for the best. You cannot write off New Zealand, alright? They were the inaugural WTC champions. So I think it will be result oriented, but we'll find out. So I was talking about women's cricket. I mean, it's indeed very disappointing the way they have played, and they had to be dependent on Pakistan. I think nothing can be more hilarious and nothing can be more embarrassing than that, because that is something which has always been Pakistan's escapism. They have always been dependent on some other country. I'm talking about the Pakistan's men's team. Women's team, I mean, they should be thankful that they even exist. Pakistan's women's team should be thankful that they even exist. Just hold on, okay? I was on mute, okay. I was on a call which I had to answer. So yeah, let's hope that the first match would be result oriented, because if it will be result oriented, as far as my cricketing knowledge says, India should win it. I need to check it from the point of view of numerology, from the point of view of numbers. So I will check, and if possible, I will try to share my prediction. So stay tuned for these videos related to predictions and also videos related to other important topics. And that's it for the time being. Thank you so much for joining. You have been a lovely audience. Thanks a lot. Okay, Siddharth, I was about to leave. When can we expect a big score from Virat Kohli? Well, uh, challenging times ahead, Siddharth. Like, you know, the news is not great as far as Virat Kohli's numbers are concerned. So challenging times ahead. He needs, too much of effort. He needs to put huge amount of effort in order to perform well, because 2025 will be challenging for him. So, but he's the legend, he's the King Kohli. So we are sure that he can do something great. But yeah, if he follows certain remedies which we cannot find out whether he's following or not, if he does certain rituals or remedies, for sure we will see that he'll be performing well. All right. So that's it for the time being, and thank you so much everyone for your love and support. You have been a lovely audience.